Hello and welcome to another update video on UEC, the uranium energy chart. Certainly an interesting one for anybody who is interested in the uranium sector. The uranium sector is very attractive. I find it very attractive for technical but also fundamental reasons. And uranium energy is one of the more popular players in there. Been analyzing UEC regularly now for last couple of years or so, and it continues to follow my overall bullish outlook. There's no change there, and I think we could be in the early stages of a larger degree third wave. I mean, we're already in a third wave. We have been in this third wave already since 2020, but then again, another 1-2 setup with a rather shallow wave too, but that can happen if the market is overall quite bullish. Means though, if we break below key support levels, right, then we could enter a much larger wave too. That would not necessarily be bearish. Well, short term certainly, but it would also mean that it can take a much longer time to resolve or to complete this correction, right? I think it's just important to understand the key levels here. There is a chance that we are really dealing with a 1-2-1-2 setup here. Bear in mind, this was also a wave 2 low in 2020, so a 1-2-1-2. If you're wondering about what 1-2 setups are, well, they are the trade setups that lead to third wave rallies, typically very aggressive rallies. I have described in detail what a 1-2 setup is in one of the recent videos. The tutorial video, you will find it on our MCO Global channel. I think I analyzed Marathon Holdings just as an example there, but it was actually meant as a tutorial video. It is a tutorial video. Check it out if you're interested. Again, it's the MCO Global channel, our main channel. Looking at the structure then from the 2023 low, we do have something that resembles a micro 5-wave move up. So I would call that wave 1 of the larger third wave. And then you can see that afterwards a correction started, or after that this correction started to play out basically, and is currently, well, actually it might be complete, right? I mean, that's the idea. We have this support area on the chart that you can see. It's between $3.10 and $3.89, and we have a 3-wave move down. Correction started in this wave 2 in February 2024. And honestly, the price reacted exactly where it needed to, at the golden ratio level, one of the key support levels or targets for such a wave 2 correction. So at that point, often a lot of traders would look for an entry point, especially important Fibonacci levels like the 61.8 Fib level. If you follow videos here regularly or updates, then you also know that the 78.6 retrace level, in this case $3.10, is normally the last, well, let's say, reliable support for such a wave 2 correction. So, you know, whatever happens, we don't want the price to break below that level to keep the overall bullish scenario alive. Now, a brief break is okay. Typically doesn't lead to invalidation, but the formal invalidation point is obviously where the red line is located. But it's already where probabilities shift. So any break below $3.10, well, would indicate probabilities are starting to shift, and probably the bears are starting to take the lead. And in this case, it would mean that, yeah, we're likely going to see invalidation, and then this wave 2 will reset. But there are many support levels that you could say protect the price, that keep us safe. So the chart has done a really good job, and the overall upside expectation remains alive. So at the moment, the thesis would be that we have bottomed in this wave 2. We're now in a third wave rally to the upside, can take us to $19.59 or higher in this third wave. And in the very short term, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that it's possible we're working here on another 1-2 setup. Here we have a micro support area, which is defined between $4.38 and $5.60. As long as we're holding 438, the overall upside expectation directly, can stay alive. It might be that this wave 2, circle 2 in white, will test this support area once more before we break out in the third of a third wave. But yeah, if we get a decisive break above the recent highs around $8.90, then we could be on our way to $20 in quite a direct fashion. Any break below $4.38 means that wave 2 larger degree, which likely bottomed in April, is still unfolding. In that case, then, I mentioned there are many support areas. When upper micro support here breaks, this one comes back into focus. And then it's going to be the $3.10 level that comes into focus. But for now, it's looking good. I mean, really diving into the nanostructures, I think maybe we are currently still working here on a B wave and could just come down to test this support zone maybe. But bear in mind, there are a lot of, first of all, the pressure is rather up in the uranium sector, so we might not see that an additional test. There were already setups and opportunities to find an entry point. And then you have conflicts currently escalating around the world, and the uranium demand is likely going to be affected by that. Yeah, that's the update on UEC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates on certain indices like the NASDAQ, S&P 500, ES Futures chart, if you're interested in stocks updates like Tesla, PayPal, Palantir, gold and silver updates, platinum, check out our stocks membership. You can find the link in the description. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.